Gaming, we'll take your phone calls live, 877-853-5247. Meeting ID esportsXTRA. That's 377-678-9872. Hit the pound button twice to join the show. Larry Ridley here. SNY TV, a little NBC Sports, a little Madden NFL, a little NBA 2K League. The 4-on-4 tonight. Not bad, not bad. I got pretty much almost everybody here. Derwin is off. Hopefully he's safe at the doctor's office. So we'll catch Derwin likely tomorrow. We got to have you tomorrow, Derwin. It's Madden show tomorrow. Like, we got to have you tomorrow, bro. Antonio, unmute your mic because I want to hear that voice. Where you at, Antonio? We're gonna start with you since you want to mute your mic. We ain't gonna let you get away that quick.
My bad, my bad. I'm in a secret locale. I'm in a cave somewhere.
Secret locale. You can't remember.
No, I'm in the DFW. I'm in the DFW.
Like you're in a White House bunker, in a Capitol bunker or something.
Oh no, I ain't trying to be there. You are not implicating me with those folks.
Don't do it. Olive Garden will revoke your pass.
Right, yeah, I can't even get on Shopify, man.
That's cool. That's cool. So we'll go a little south, I guess southeast of you, down in H-Town, where y'all are not as good of a basketball team today.
We about 240 pounds lighter today. Thank you. we have moved around some headaches and got some stuff together. But I really want to focus on my new ring light. Do y'all see this melanin today?
It is nice, girl.
Let's
doing
go.
a little face for y'all.
You get your new light for the Buss It challenge or something?
No, we're not bussing nothing. We're not bussing. The song of
Oh man.
I got a couple quarters for you.
Cut the commercial.
I just had to point out my ring light. I'm feeling amazing about myself today,
Okay.
Happy to be here.
Official like a gangster with a pistol.
Official like a whistle, you know what I'm saying? Absolutely. And then, of course, we got our good friend here. O to the G, man. What it do? O-G, O-H-I-O. Snoopy, hang on.
Hey, man, I'm still mourning for my Buckeyes. It'll probably take about a week, but way to bounce back with Brooklyn getting hard, man. I'll take that.
Real quickly, Ohio State, man. Did you look? I knew they were going to get beat, but I didn't know they'd get like smashed like that, dude.
Yeah, I mean, Bama, man.
Why did you not think that?
I mean, what?
I thought they'd get smashed. I didn't think they could beat by like 30.
But no, let's keep it real.
I thought maybe like 17, 14.
We have players out now.
It's not the players, because I think that Ohio State has amazing players. It's the pace of football.
Oh, without a doubt.
That's all. It's the athleticism and pace of football. I think I love that little quarterback y'all got. That I'm a fan of his.
Well, he probably about to be he about to go to the Jets or something. Somebody.
We watching here in New York. Devontae Smith, the guys you guys talking about the Heisman Trophy one. We had 2:15 in the first half, something like that.
Yeah.
Play the second half.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy, man.
Wow.
Crazy. All right, guys, let's get started. We got less than 40 minutes to get out of here. We're going to talk some NBA, James Harden, Kyrie, LeBron, a little NFL playoffs this week, divisional round. We'll focus on, I think, the two best games, Bills, Ravens, Browns, Chiefs. We'll get into Haley Deegan. If you don't know that name, go ahead and Google it right now. I'll talk a little iNASCAR and things of that nature, and a slur on Twitch on the platform. We'll get into that. Compete for Everyone Black News Channel, episode 33. Super Bowl this week for season 53. We're going to crown another champ this week on television. Ratings doing pretty good. We're going to find out the money doing pretty good too, Coach K. So keep it up, man. You're doing a great job editing, man. So I appreciate you. Let's go ahead and get started. James Harden. We knew it was going to happen. It was just a matter of time. It's a little disingenuous that your good buddy KD doesn't like to talk about James Harden. Like, what is that? What are you talking about? James Harden, we've never talked. Like, there's no discussion about us getting him. It's got nothing to do with us. Okay, I guess it just came out of thin air today. What do you think about this trade? James Harden going to Brooklyn. It was either going to be Brooklyn or the Sixers, and it came down to Brooklyn. 4 first-round picks, 14 mega deal, mega trade. Oladipo going to Houston. So you got that. Who went back to Indiana? I forgot who they trade.
Karis LeVert.
LeVert, exactly. Yeah. Which one, Gerald or Karis?
Old
Cares.
Casanova.
R.I.P.
Hey, yo,
hey,
that was my
Cares.
jam.
Hey,
Hey,
Me and
Willie.
Romeo ain't never been friends.
Cares is from
Can't you see
Columbus,
how
so
much
he
I
might be in
really
relation
love?
somewhere. Because Cleveland
It
only
is.
down the road.
Hey,
Nah,
it
That's
is.
true.
It is
that's
the
his son.
relation.
That's his
That,
son, right?
yeah,
I
Yeah,
didn't
I
know
was
that.
about
it's
to
his
say, yeah,
cousin. It's
absolutely.
his cousin.
That's
It's his
why
cousin.
that's why it's a nice joke, but it's also it rings true.
I thought that was his son.
Yeah. No, that's a cousin.
Because
They're
okay.
yeah, they're cousins. Yep.
All right, OG's got on a Brooklyn hat, a Brooklyn jacket as well. We're gonna let him start here. How happy are you? I want you to gloat. I want to see the biggest cheese and smile on
You
your
gotta grow
face.
the beard out.
But if they don't win a chip, it really don't mean nothing, right, OG? Y'all got all the pressure in the world now.
Well,
You got through the top 20 players, OG. I'm not letting you off the hook.
you don't, but I mean,
Oh
I'm on
boy,
both. I'm on
here we
both
go.
sides of the track now. So from a business perspective, there's no way you can lose. From the team aspect and basketball side, yeah, I mean, of course, you're gonna expect that. But I mean, let's be clear though. I mean, I haven't missed a Brooklyn Nets game, and the interior is where we've been getting punished. Defensively, been getting killed on the boards, games that we have lost, and then giving up a lot of paint points.
Now you lost your energy with the fro.
Yeah. So I mean, we're gonna have to. I'm sure Sean got something up his sleeve. I mean, but we definitely got to get. If we get some interior guys, it's over. I'm telling you, it's over. And Kyrie, when he get ready to come back and suit up, it's over.
We'll get to him in a second.
He
Gonna
had a
miss at least
birthday
two more games.
party.
Yeah, just a little birthday party. Not too far from me, I guess, here in Jersey. Kels, your thoughts here? The Rockets. Well, I want to get your thoughts on your hometown team. But do you think the Nets right now are the favorites to win the Larry O'Brien?
No. What I do think is, yeah, no. I think they're going to be a phenomenal team. I am interested to see Harden in the playoffs. Um, and on a different team, is he going to
Skinny
pull
Harden,
it,
not,
pull
not
a?
this Harden. Skinny Harden.
I hope I have some pointers if he would like them. But is he going to disappear again? Play Casper the Ghost? Because I think that part of the issue that I do have with him is not being self-aware of saying that I've done everything that I can do and we didn't win. But you play phenomenal through the regular season, postseason. We don't know you, we don't see you. You become a different player. Um, I know that the city is happy that things have finally come to a close, that it's an end. What was it, last night before last, watching him out on the court, his demeanor, the way that he affects the other team or the other teammates, it's a cancer. So let's just have it be done, move on. Like I said a long time ago, when you asked would you trade him, yes, move along, because if you don't want to be here, you can't have somebody that's here
You did say that.
killing the other team. If you watch John Wall's, his post game press conference, and you could see how dejected he was because of the energy that Harden brought, because he's a leader on the team, no matter if he wants to be or he doesn't want to be. So good riddance. What is it? Get that bread and leave.
Still got 3 years left on his deal, or 2 years. 2 years after this, so 2.5 years you'll get Harden with. If you're John Wall, you got to be like, man, really? I got traded here for 9 games with James Harden. But I want to see what him and Oladipo can do in the backcourt. We'll see
I
if you
love
got some enough. Yeah, I
Oladipo
do
because
too.
he
Me
was in
too. Me
Orlando when we
too.
were
Yeah, I
there.
was
I
there.
Me
love
Yeah,
too.
Oladipo.
he was
He's
feathery too.
athletic.
Hmm.
Yeah, his family's a track family, so he
Yep,
already gets the high five from me.
that's
Like
it.
I love Oladipo.
That's a good point.
Huge fan.
Let's bring in you. I'm not OG. A Willie. Last night you heard. Last night was the first time basically that James Harden said, "Look, I'm out, and I want out. I'm putting everybody on notice. I'm going to make it public." He said it's crazy. Basically, we can't win. What are we doing? So not surprised, but Brooklyn, where are they? Are they the team to beat?
I think they are, especially as OG was saying, if they get some interior help. And the thing about it is when you make a deal like this, and we talked about this before, most of the time, unless that superstar is a disgruntled superstar, you're not going to get a superstar for a superstar. So I think with this deal, I think Houston got as much as they could get. I
Sure.
think they maxed out on the deal, knowing that you have a guy that's in that conversation for top 30, top 40 of all time, at least in the regular season, right? You have a guy that's doing that and he wants out and he let it be known. So for me, but on the other side of that, when you're Brooklyn, I was saying this to a friend of mine. when you're Brooklyn and you have an opportunity to bring those three guys together, you have to do it. You have to do it because people sort of underestimate how difficult it is to get guys on your roster that are in that conversation for top 30 or top 40 of all time. It's very difficult to get them. And even if you get the number one pick in the draft, it doesn't mean you're going to get one. So, with that being said, when you have an opportunity to get one and you have an opportunity to put them with other ones that are in that conversation, I think you do it. And I'll say this really quick, and I said this before. The thing with James Harden is James Harden was not engaged and leading the NBA in assists. So with that being said, people are wondering about, can this work? Can this work? Can this work? Again, I'm still holding on a little bit and giving him credit for what, A, leading the league in assists, and B, seeing him flourish in the role when he was in OKC.
Leading the league in big max too.
Yeah, he is. He is. But I'm gonna tell you this: if a dude can roll out of bed and give me 24 and 10,
right,
leading the league in big max, right, what can he do when he's engaged?
Well, he came back and he came out with 40 and 30 back to back, and it's like, dang, he's 25 pounds overweight and still doing his thing.
What I'm saying.
Did you say Big Max?
I did say Big Max. That's the only thing that came to my head.
The funny thing I want to ask it. The funny thing about it is, like, typically when you make a trade like this and you give up 2 players, 4 picks, and in return you only get 1 player, and you really think your roster would decrease even from the bench standpoint. But luckily for us, we was already deep in the second and third unit, so that helps out a lot. I mean, a few things need to happen though. Shaman needs to find a shot. It's still in LA. And you know that, but credit to the Long Island Nets, because a lot of players like TLC and Cristiano and a lot of players who come up from the Long Island, they be ready to play, and they get out there and get after it. So it's just been a credit to them to be able to, you know, you think of 3 superstars on one team and everything would lack. Would really, like I said, the only thing we're lacking is bigs. Nick Claxton is supposed to be back soon.
I like him.
Yeah, that's another big. But like I said, we get another like just space taker, screen setter, defender, and rebounder, and I think we'd be ready to go. And I would say that even if Kyrie don't come back right away or anything, you got Harden and KD on the court. I mean, that it's a problem. I mean, KD really, he has been coming out being real, not really assertive in scoring since he's been starting to play with Brooklyn. But the other night, he turned, last night he turned it up. And I think, and we probably gonna see that again tonight against the Knicks. But I think overall, it's been a good blend. But just on the defensive end, we need a space eater.
Yeah, we'll see if you guys can get it, man.
Question.
Let's go ahead. Go ahead.
Wait, I'm sorry, quick one. OG, so when you're in New York and you go to the games, where do you watch the games from? Like if you go to the
probably now, it'll probably be from the suite. If anything.
Oh, holla at us.
We've talked about that.
I like sweet life.
Yeah, when I come out of our practice facility, I can walk straight out and look at the court.
Nice.
I'll have my people call your people.
Yes. When you guys open up, OG, you're going to get inundated, and if you don't come through, OG, there will be consequences and repercussions. Remember the people that took care of you, OG. All right, and not the fakers out there in Dallas. Not the fakers.
I'm a great wing woman.
Good stuff. Keep it with the Nets. Kyrie, your boy, man, he's missed 4 games now. Tonight is his 4th or his 5th game. I'm thinking he's going to miss Saturday too. So he's going to miss, I think, 4th, but this will be a 5th. He's going to miss at least 1 more, so that'll be 6 games there. Had the birthday party, I believe his sister, 30th birthday there. Also, no mask, things of that nature. Can you guys get Kyrie back on the reservation? Are you concerned that Kyrie is off the reservation? And when do you think he'll be back and fully committed? And will he stay committed throughout the season?
I think so. I mean, I know what he's doing. It can, is unorthodox. I mean, and a lot of people are going to disagree with it for the simple fact that this is what he's paid to do, and this is the time for him to do it. So I get it, but at the same time, I mean, they're still human beings. And, they're going to do things that we may not always agree with. But I think if it looks, as he has the support of the Brooklyn Nets and his coach and his team, I mean, I don't, it doesn't appear that it being affecting the team other than the play, of course. But I mean, the one thing about Brooklyn, no matter who is in the uniform, they're gonna suit up and they're gonna go out and play hard and they're gonna compete. So I think that's what they're gonna continue to do until he comes back. I think when Harden, like, I mean, I can't see it being extended past when Harden is cleared and ready to go. I mean, because beyond the wait now that everybody talks about with Harden when he gets back, you got to get cleared and get some positive tests and not
Mhm.
negative tests and different things like
Yeah, I was
that.
about to say you might not
Uh,
see James Harden for maybe a week.
that's what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
so I'm I'd say a week. That's what they're gonna continue to do at best. But I mean it's really gonna be interesting. I mean, especially tonight, we can't lose to the Knicks.
Well, that is true. Hopefully, Katie, I know hit a big three the other night against Denver.
But see, but the
Yeah.
one thing, the thing I'm talking about where we've been
Uh-huh.
getting exposed is where I believe the Knicks can do is on the inside with Julius Randle and a lot of their young talent
Yeah.
and different things like that. So it's going to be real interesting to see.
Sure. Yeah. You got Taj Gibson there, big guy, 6'11", 7-footer out there. You got Mitchell Robinson and all those guys.
Yeah.
Also, Obi Toppin back tonight, if I'm not mistaken. Kels, your thoughts here. Kyrie Irving, are you concerned that he won't get back on the reservation? I mean, we've got the COVID, protocols. We've got, injury history. We've got just basic mood and his moodiness.
No, he'll make his way back. One thing about an athlete, we may go through our ups and downs and, emotional roller coasters, but we always make it back to the one thing that we do love. Sometimes you have to step away from it, especially when the business part becomes a part of it, because it takes that love of it away from it. It becomes transactional rather than I'm that, 9-year-old kid that's in the backyard putting up shots until,
Five, four,
my
three, two,
arm,
one.
right. Like, so, um, I was perplexed by it. I will not lie and be like, wow, this
Not
is
surprising though.
interesting.
Not surprising with
Yeah,
Kyrie.
no, he
Not at
was walking
all.
around saging the arena and such. So, um, he is who he is, and
Hmm.
the team knows who he is, and if he's got the backing of upper management, front office, I mean, what more can you ask? So that's just what it is.
Hey, Willie, can you count on him? Look, he was there in 2016. Huge shot. Freaking, you know what I'm saying? That Sam could sail. You know what I'm saying? You
I
got
know what you're
onions.
saying.
You got onions.
Eddie House. Shout out
Eddie
Eddie
House.
House.
Eddie House, shout out. Celtics. Both of them were with the Celtics when I was there in '08. Can you count on him?
I
Especially
think
in a
you
big
can.
spot.
I think you can. One thing he has made a career on is being counted on to make big shots. I think this trade again really helps him because one of the things that it does when they play those three guys together,
I agree.
sometimes
I
when
agree.
they bring the ball up, they can just unleash them, and James can come up and be a decision maker, and KD can be a decision maker. You can just unleash Kyrie. And the other thing as well is I think I've said this before. I actually started talking about this on when the Isaiah Thomas episode of The Last Dance came out. People underestimate how difficult it is when you're 6'1" or 6'2" or 6'3", when you're in the league and he's right next to a guy that's 7 feet tall that can do, at the very least, the same things he can do
Similar
at the
things. Yeah.
same level that he can do it,
Hmm.
right? It is so difficult to be the best player on your team and win a title, and you're the size of a point guard in the league with 7-footers that can do what you do and do it better than you. So with that being said, again, I think that really frees him up from that responsibility.
Coming from a
And
guy that's like 6'1", and the small guy syndrome, huh?
that's it.
5'11". That's what we got to do, man. Yeah.
Hey, you know how hard it is to do that, man, in the league of 7-footers that can do that, right? Like, and I said this before, man, like guys like KD, guys like Paul George, they make me mad because they can do things that I'm supposed to do and do it better than me. And so when you play with guys like that, and the league is like that, when you start winning championships, more than likely a team has at least one guy that's like that. When it's like that, and you're 6'2" or 6'3", and you're saying, hey man, I want my own team so I go win the title. It's very, very difficult to do. So I think this move really helps Kyrie.
I'm thinking, man, if you're looking at that Brooklyn offense, who do you take away? You don't want KD to go off. You're probably not going to single cover him. You know what James can do. It's Kyrie. He's going to get a lot of one. That's the last guy you're probably going to double team. So you're going to see a lot of single coverage from Kyrie, man. So yeah, I'm excited to see your squad, OG. I really am, man. I want to see if they can pull this thing off, man. Because right now, I don't think y'all have no excuses. Yeah, you're light on the interior, but that's Boston's been light for the last few years. The only team really that's heavy down low in the East is, I guess you can call Miami. I mean, I don't think Bam is a guy that's really going to, sort of, discourage you from going, inside. I know he hit the big block on Tatum, but it's Embiid with the Sixers. But I think sometimes he's a liability on the floor at times, especially in crunch time with the foul shooting and playing the pick and roll and things of that nature and being tired all the time late in games. So we'll see about
Hey,
your boys.
LL, if he
Yep.
keeps what he's doing up now, good gracious.
Yeah,
Mm.
I know.
Luckily,
It's early. It's early.
luckily they have zone in the league. I think we'll get bailed out a few times here and there playing zone, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Speaking of zone, last night LeBron with the zone buster. Last night, y'all see LeBron hit the three, man, and turned around. Uh, let's get into the
Silencer,
back.
man.
I know it. Let's get into the backstory of it. He and Dennis Schroeder. I guess Schroeder made a bet with him. Like, dude, I bet you won't do it. He dared him. It's like a
Yeah.
triple dare, like a double dog dare you. And it's like,
I mean,
shit, watch
typically
me
that's
do
a
it.
smart bet with LeBron shooting a three.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
And I like how he gave an ode to Steph. Like, look, Steph's the guy. He created this. So it was good to see LeBron have some fun with it. What did you think about the shot last night? And more importantly, the reaction from the bench. We'll go with the Laker hater or the Laker lover. Hey, Willie, since he loves the Lakers.
Man, hey, LeBron was high sided, man. And Steph was high sided like that. And I can't help but think this. Sometimes when I watch that and I see that, first when I'm watching Steph do it, run down the floor before the ball hits the rim, and of course LeBron did it yesterday. Sometimes I think about, and I try not to be that old man screaming at the clouds, but sometimes I think about the generation of basketball that I played in and I watched. And if a dude did that, what would have happened the next time down the floor?
Clothesline
Right.
going down the
Right.
lane.
Right. So sometimes I can't help but think about that when I see it. That's like the first thing that pops in my head. But
Yeah.
but no, I like it. But the Lakers were clearly high siding on the Rockets. Going back to what Kelly was saying, the energy from the Rockets was just like, we could do whatever we want out here. So
Right.
it was fun to see. But I always think about our era of basketball and what you talk about ramifications and repercussions, LL. What
Consequences and repercussions.
Yes, sir. I think
Hey,
about that.
It would have made him forget all about the shot.
I'll tell you that. I think about Lance. What's his name? Lance Stevenson. I remember he shot one deep and it was on target. He turned around and it kind of rimmed out, so it became a meme almost because Lance
Young
Stevenson
did that too.
Yeah. It's like, dude, he shot like a 30-footer that was in and out. Like it ain't like he shot an air ball. People were clowning him on TV. It's like whatever. But OG, your thoughts here on LeBron and the no look?
I don't know. I mean, it was dope. I mean, really, for me, I mean, I really right now, if I'm watching any other game and it's not Brooklyn, I mean, I'm not really cheering for anybody, so I just get to enjoy it. And I mean, that's our game right now. I mean, Steph, was one of the first people we seen do it, and on a consistent basis. I mean, so to watch LeBron do it, like I said, for it to be a bet, Schroeder normally would get some money on that. But LeBron, man, it really and just keeping it all the way 100. The Lakers have the two most complete players in the game on the same team. From Anthony Davis being inside, outside,
all around players,
around player, LeBron inside. So I mean, that's why I'm saying that, of course the championship and everything still goes through LA. And I'm gonna say this. That game last night probably brought all that out of Harden during the press conference.
He's like, I'm out of here, man.
Was it,
Yo, so right. He's like, God, hell no, hell no.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Kels, your thought on that? I mean, not only that, he actually pump faked it. He gave him a little that, and then he went up for it, and then turned his back. So that was degree of difficulty. I'm gonna give him 8 on that.
Nah, because when he caught it, he wasn't even in 3-point.
Exactly.
He had to take a step
Yeah,
back.
he had to take a step back.
Yeah.
So, well, I have been accused of being cocky every now and then.
You think?
No way. No way.
Oh, really?
No,
way.
ring light. But so I love that. I love fanfare. I love showboating. I
Showmanship.
love it.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
because at a point, like we are watching for entertainment. So I'm gonna get bored with seeing the ball go in the net over and over. Yes, we see that. You
Especially
made a
watching that
three.
game.
Yes, like you made a three. Like
It
be
only put him up
exciting.
24 though, so Houston still had a shot. It was only 48-24.
Right.
Just doubled them
Look,
up.
Right.
I love the Steph shimmy. I love the
Still
no
early.
look. I love the showboat, and I love in the NFL the celebrations. I love all of that. I love it because as
I
athletes,
take
we
it
work.
personal.
Yes, we work way too hard not to have fun. So don't take the fun out of what I've been doing since I could walk. And, just because, some older mayonnaise person may not love it.
Mayonnaise
So
person.
what?
Mayonnaise?
Milk toast.
Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise person.
Yes. Yes. Let us
Mayonnaise?
have fun. Have fun. Let these
What
people
a-
have fun. This is what they love.
Yeah.
So
the,
I love
the,
to see it. I love when I see people out there enjoying what they do because I
Yeah.
know the work, the dedication, and sacrifice that comes with being a professional athlete.
Yeah. No, I mean, what do they say? Celebrate your accomplishments. So,
Yeah.
all the hard work that they put into it, absolutely. Look, I mean, it was a dagger. It was a big shot, and like I said, the reaction from the bench is what really excited
Yo,
me. His teammates were all into it, more so than LeBron. But for him to pull it off against your guys, that was just total disrespect.
pause. They're
It
like
was
semi my guys. I've only lived here
totally
for 2
disrespectful.
years.
Yeah.
Calm down.
All right. Let's go to the NFL. We're talking about the NBA. Let's go to the gridiron. Bills and Ravens, I think, might be the game of the weekend. Lamar has never played in the snow. It's supposed to be about 40 degrees, so not terribly cold, but a 40% chance of snow, maybe a high in the high 30s. It's supposed to be about mid 40s here in the lower state. I guess upstate's gonna be a little colder. Who you got? I'm going to go out on the limb. Give me Action Jackson. I think the Ravens are going to pull it off. What do you guys think? We'll go with you, Kels. We'll go ladies first.
I really, really, really want the Ravens to win. Like, really, really, really want them to win. I am a Jackson fan. I stand him.
But
The Bills are playing some damn good ball. I think it'll be a
Yeah.
good game. Like, it'll be a great game. I think it's gonna be very back and forth. I don't think it's gonna be a runaway game. Um, the problem comes when teams scheme for Lamar, that takes away a big option that they go to all the time. So I think that both teams are gonna have to do a really good job. I'm excited. I want to see good football. Last weekend we had 2 good days of damn good ball, so I want to see some good ball. But I hope Lamar pulls it out.
I didn't watch hardly any football last week. My boys weren't in it. I was like, I'm out. All my teams suck this year. The Mets are down. The Patriots are down. Kentucky's down. All my teams. I've been so good for so long. Finally, I get to feel like what most fans get to feel like at least a few times. So Kelly, you got Bills Mafia.
Nah, I'm gonna stick with my Ravens. I'm gonna
Okay.
stick with them.
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
I
I ain't
need
no
you.
fair weather.
We got to get you in the chat. I'm going to get that thread starting tonight, probably likely.
I think I only
hey,
missed
I was the
one.
only team that picked the Browns, boy.
Oh, you
You
did, yeah.
did.
I
That's
You
right.
did.
did.
Yeah, that's true.
That was a good
That was a
game.
good pick. That was a good
The
pick.
Browns is the Browns.
I did take the Ravens over Tennessee. I think I was the only one who picked the Ravens over
Man, I
Tennessee.
need to check. I think I
I
won
did.
every
No,
What?
no,
week.
no, no.
No,
You
no.
picked
We
the
I
I,
picked
I
the
think
Ravens.
I think it was consensus Ravens.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All
Except
right.
maybe D. Maybe D
I
took
took the
Tennessee.
Colts. That's the one I came up a little short on. Okay. All right. All right. So okay, me and Kelly on the same page here. Hey Willie,
I
who you
didn't
got?
know.
I got the Ravens. And I hear, again, everything that Kelly said and that the Bills are playing incredibly well. But I love Lamar Jackson. And I think one of the things about Lamar, because Lamar is so sensational, I think people forget how bad the Ravens were before he took over as the starting quarterback. And
Joe
people,
Flacco was the guy. The guy
yeah,
that plays with the Jets.
right. And I
That
mean,
guy.
this team, in terms of the guys that they have, on offense, is not a whole lot of difference from when Flacco was starting. So for me, it's just amazing to watch the maturation of this dude. And the other thing too, not everybody has to be a great leader, but it's awesome when you have leadership at that leadership position. And it's clear that these dudes play for this guy, man.
Man, they'll go to war for the guy. He's
Right,
Cam
right,
Newton on steroids because the Patriots, they love Cam Newton. They love his
right,
attitude, how infectious he is. Lamar's all of that, and he produces.
right,
Like
right.
Cam
So
did in 2015 and not the
right.
2020 Cam.
And then the other thing, and I know the Bills are different. They're a better team. But one of the things that really impressed me in that Tennessee game is, of course, everybody with Lamar was running, but the throws that he made outside of the numbers, because most of the time they're like, make him throw inside. He wants to throw inside the numbers. But the throws that he made outside the numbers, that's the other thing to me that stood out. So I'm rolling with Lamar.
OG, quickly, who you got, bro?
Lamar, man. But this is the thing: if it does snow, they really got to be able to run the ball. I mean, I think Buffalo, their defense is not bad, and I really think they're gonna force him to have to make plays with his arm, especially in the cold. So even with saying all that, I'm still going for Lamar though. I mean, how can you not root for Lamar?
You're going for Lamar. You're going to take them, or you're going to pick them, and in the chat, will it reflect that? Okay.
But it's a toughie. But I'm going for Lamar. I mean, my heart is with Lamar, but my mind might be with Buffalo.
Yeah. OG, we need your guy Dobbins, man, to show up.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I meant when I said run the ball. Like, that's somebody who used to run in the cold. So yeah, man, we definitely need him to run the rock.
Right. Hopefully Ingram will play this week. Hopefully.
Yeah, need big trust out there.
Yeah.
Clean sweep. Ravens and Bills this weekend, divisional round. Other AFC divisional round, because I'm thinking the NFC's pretty good. I think the third game on the list would be Bucks. Bucks and Saints. So that was going to be my third team, but only had time for two because I know we got to get out of here. Browns, Chiefs. We'll start with you first, Kels. Ladies first. Browns, Chiefs. I'm going to take Chiefs, but boy, I'd love to see the Browns just hand it off to Chubb and those guys over and over and over again and keep this thing close.
It was fun while it lasted. The Browns is the Browns, honey. The Browns is the Browns. Now, I think I loved the game last week, but they're just unmatched in a lot of positions on the field. The level of play is, going to be exposed. So I'm going with the Chiefs just because I watch football.
Okay. She watches football. We just learned something today. Kels watches football. OG, who you got, Browns or Chiefs? I know you're not gonna disrespect your home state, are you?
I'm definitely not. I mean,
say it out.
They did
say it with your chest.
I'm going with Cleveland. I mean, they
Cleveland.
This is for you.
Hey, they did the impossible last weekend. Nobody seen that coming. Even though Pittsburgh looked like for a second that they was about to, make a run. But I mean, why not? I mean, I'm not gonna go against them. I even told everybody on my Facebook page because everybody knows back home I'm not a Browns fan, but I'm like, at least I'm being honest. Like, I'm jumping on the wagon and support the hometown team.
Sure.
So yeah, why not? I mean,
well, Cleveland.
Hey, somebody is
bound. They ain't nowhere near damn Cleveland. Stop it.
3 hours. But I mean, mostly everybody here though is Cleveland. They either Cleveland Brown fans or Pittsburgh fans. Sure. Or Cowboy fans. Those are the only three teams that really exist.
Man, poor Bengals. Oh man.
Well, yeah, it's a lot of Bengals fans, but not as much. The Bengals fans and Brown fans like 50-50 split.
Yeah,
neither one of them.
And that's more Southern Ohio too. So
yeah. But I like Baker. The press conference was having me dying laughing. But I mean,
hilarious.
But yeah, I'm going for Cleveland. This might be another one. My heart's with Cleveland.
There he goes.
My
heart, my head tells me this. Well, which one you picking?
I'm telling you, I'm going with Cleveland. I'm going with Cleveland. Somebody got to beat KC. Somebody got to beat.
I don't think Casey's going to repeat.
It ain't right.
It might happen. Maybe it'll be.
Well, remember, I picked them to repeat, but I didn't think the Browns was going to knock out the Steelers like that neither. But
sure,
more time to TikTok.
I just want to give a shout out to my man Heineke.
Yeah.
Washington football team. Heineke.
The Heineke or Heineke? Tyler, right?
Whatever.
Heineke.
You know who.
Heineke.
Heineke.
Yeah.
He balled. Hey, Willie, who you got? Browns? Chiefs?
Man.
Don't say the Chiefs. We can get it over with.
I am going with the Chiefs. But I'll say this with the Browns, right? Mm-hmm. The only team that I really see that goes into games and they're pretty consistent with not really having an identity. they just their identity is whatever you do well, we're going to take that away and adjust from game to game. Are the Patriots? That's the only team that I see that's
They're a
successful
game plan
doing
team.
that.
Weekly
Right.
game plan team. Mm-hmm.
Every other team has to go with their philosophy. And we see this a lot in the NFL, and you'll get in the playoffs and it becomes about matchups. And people will be, man, if they're playing against Kansas City, people will be like, man, the way that you stop them is if you can run the ball and keep Mahomes on the sideline, maybe you have a chance. Well, if that's not organically or inherently your identity, it's hard to do a 180 for one game when you've been playing a certain way all year. Well, the Browns, their identity is running the ball. So if they have a shot, is that what they do right. So what they do well, in fact, they're going to have to do that well if they want Baker Mayfield to play well.
Right.
So
I don't want Baker Mayfield going throw for throw with Patrick Mahomes.
Nah. So for me, that's their saving grace. The fact that what they have to do to stop the Chiefs is what they organically and inherently do. But with that, I'm still taking the Chiefs because, we saw this with Alabama. They put so much pressure on you. They get you out of character too, because they're scoring. And then every time you get the ball, it just makes so much pressure. And so I think I'm going with the Chiefs here.
All right, real quickly, Bucks, Saints, Packers, Rams. I've got Bucks, and I've got Pack. Who you guys got? NFC, real quick. Everybody, jump in. Kels, ladies first, real quick.
Ladies first. Ooh.
Study long.
Ladies first.
I think I'm mirroring your picks.
Ladies first.
Ladies first.
Ladies first.
Hey.
Hey, when they grab the head, they feeling it.
It's going down.
It's going down.
Yeah, I think I'm mirroring your picks, LL.
I like it. Thank you, baby. Hey, Willie? We can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
I got you.
Now we hear you. Don't move.
Okay.
Don't move.
It's hard to beat a team 3 times. So I'm going with the Bucks, and I'm going with Aaron Rodgers.
Okay. OG?
Same.
Come on, man. We can't have the same picks.
If Derwin was here, he'd be off the wall.
You did go Browns. Go ahead.
Yeah, but the Buck. I'm rooting for Tom Brady. Because everybody, he was washed and he was all this and all that, and then look at him.
I think with Aaron Rodgers,
Same Tampa hasn't been good since 1924.
2002 when they won it all.
Same thing. Same thing.
And so you know who else is wishing that is marrying these picks as well? The NFL, because they're finally get Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers playing for something big.
In Lambeau, because they could only play in the Super Bowl, but now in the NFC Championship game, that'd be saucy. It would be saucy. And then to get Lamar and Patrick Mahomes in KC, that would be saucy right there.
The ultimate Final Four. Hey, the thing about Aaron Rodgers though that's funny to me is it's like he got one receiver to throw to. That's what it looks like. Man. And I'm like, how does he keep getting open? It's like Devontae, for Alabama. They're only throwing to one guy.
He's everywhere, but he's everywhere. It's like it's 4 of them. He's everywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
Good stuff. All right, well, we'll see you this weekend. Real quickly before we get out of here, Haley Deegan, NASCAR, driver, also iNASCAR. She's family.
Who's the retard behind me? Don't do that, please.
With NASCAR, got into a little hot water. Sunday or Monday.
Hey, who's the retard behind me? Don't do
use
that,
the R
please.
word. She said something was retarded.
This is
nothing malicious or anything like that. But just your thoughts, man.
Please.
Just the cancel culture, man. And it happens on both sides. It happens on a lot of different areas. I thought it was a little much. I mean, I'm glad she apologized. She talked about her sponsors, and she knows she probably shouldn't have said that. But I want to be fair to the young lady because I don't think it was as malicious as some people might think. She didn't call someone retarded. So I always tell my kids it's just not a nice word. Just probably don't say that word. It's not nice. So get it out of your lexicon. Your thoughts on this, Willie? Haley Deegan with the iRacing, iNASCAR.
This is
So I'm a word guy. So semantics and all that stuff means something to me. So I'm going to say this. Kelly, when we were talking about a certain ethnicity, what did you describe them as?
Mayonnaise.
Right.
Milk toast.
So I'm saying this for a reason because there was one point in my life where I went to a school and I was the only person that looked like us at the school.
Yeah.
right?
As was I. Yes.
You were the
Right,
swirl. You were the
right,
chocolate swirl. Yes.
right. So with that being said, there are certain words that are used in certain cultures, right? And that one's cultural,
Hmm.
and to a certain extent. And so because I'm a word guy, another one was dork, right?
Hmm.
And because again, that was cultural. So
Hmm.
I actually looked up what dork means, right? And dork, what it really means is
It's
a
a bird.
whale's
It's a
no,
bird.
it's a
Oh yeah, yeah.
no,
It's a yeah,
it's a
yeah. You're right.
whale's,
It's a
it's a
whale's
whale's what a man has.
Okay.
Yeah, what is it?
penis.
There you go,
Penis
Right.
isn't a
penis.
Right.
bad
Right.
Yeah,
word.
That's right. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Penis.
Yeah. So that's what it is. So when I figured out that's what it was, I immediately stopped calling people that.
Hmm.
Right. So I just think to your point as well, I think, when it's funny when people say, "Oh man, it's not being PC," or now everybody's PC. What do you mean? People are being polite now, man?
Right.
Like,
Sure.
it's just like, so for me, that's just, those certain words are just off limits for me because I'm a word guy.
Sure. I could think of two more. The N word and anything talking about Nazis and Hitler. Probably should avoid them.
Right. Exactly.
Hmm.
Exactly. At all costs.
At all costs. Kels, your thoughts on young Haley Deegan? I believe she's just 19.
Yeah.
Trying to come up through the NASCAR circuit. Like I said, she's got roots in NASCAR, and even when you hear her, she's like, "Oh, that retard's behind me." It just you could look. It wasn't like I said. It just wasn't malicious, but just can't say it. So
Right.
and I
I
think
don't
she's
think
learned
it.
from it too.
Yeah, I listened to it when I
And it
went
was
and
live on
looked
Twitch,
it
by the
up.
way.
Right, it was live on Twitch, and then I googled it. You know, um, I am like Antonio a lot on certain things. Like I just like I'm not into the cancel culture. Now that I think that people deserve chances because everybody makes mistakes.
No,
I
some
know that
people need
I've
to be
said some.
canceled.
No,
Some
no,
people need
there
to be
is.
canceled.
Yes, there are people that are canceled, but I feel like people do
Your
get some
president needs to be
grief.
canceled.
I don't know him,
His butt got
but
impeached today
I
for
don't
the
know him.
second time.
Second time, first time in
Wilding
American
in the White
history.
House. That should be a T-shirt. Wilding in the White House.
Hey, shit that needs to be on t-shirts. But no, there are certain things that bother me when people do say them. And so like as a woman, when like a guy is playing bad, and you're like, oh, you're being a girl, or
Mm.
if you're crying, you're being a girl about it. I'm like, bitch, what? I'm a girl and I'm tougher than all y'all. Like, what are you talking about? Like, so it's stuff like that that bothers me. The N word, or if something happens and like somebody like, oh, that's gay. Like there are just things that we've got to move forward as a people. And I don't mean
Right.
black, white, Indian, whatever. We've got to move forward and leave that where it is because it is hurtful. Like even if it hurts one person's feelings, I've been in a room full of, white people. I went to high school with all white people. It was like 500 white people, 15 black people. And being always being made to feel uncomfortable. We've got to evolve. And so, it was a learning moment for her. I don't think that she should be, canceled and lose sponsors. Now if she said it in a malicious way or if this is like a habitual thing, then fine. But this is a moment that she can teach others to move forward. Let's move forward because that could hurt somebody's feelings. And in this day and age, when we have all this stuff going on, people breaking into the Capitol, there's COVID, people are dying left and right. There's food banks. When have we ever had food banks running out of food?
I know.
Ever?
Lines this
Not
long. The
ever.
poverty
Yes,
Right.
level
not
is
ever.
ridiculous. You're right.
So we as a people, as a country, as a world, as a society have to hold on to our brothers and sisters no matter what color they are and lift everybody to the next level because you never know who you're going to have to depend on for anything. And I don't mean for monetary things. I mean smile, picking your ass up out the gutter. So,
Right.
some words just need to be done with and I'm all of that stuff like I really take offense to it when I hear people in the field like, "Oh man, that's gay," or "Oh, you're playing like a girl," or like,
Hmm.
"What is that?" Like, what? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
fight in my own household. You
Sure.
playing like a girl or doing something like a girl. Like,
Right.
oh, I'm sorry. Did you not see?
Right.
Ugh.
You
Well,
see hey,
well, this is the
hey,
thing, Kelly.
stand on
That used to
it.
be a thing back in the day when the majority of the guys was tough. But now I don't say that anymore because that's not the case.
Well,
I
These
what
mean,
is
guys aren't
tough,
tough. Yeah.
OG? What's tough? I feel like that's
not
probably toxic masculinity more than
It
anything.
is,
well,
but
it was. No, I'm
it ain't
saying back in my
2021,
day,
guys. Yeah.
back when I was growing up, I'll admit it was like we didn't like any like boy that was crying or whining all the time and all that. like we would say, like, man, stop acting like a girl. But
Yeah.
like I'm saying, that's what all we knew. Like, I mean,
Right.
even our dad and uncles would say stuff like that to us, like when we was kids. But like
Sure.
I'm saying, now there's a lot of tough women. So
But I don't think
use
that I don't think that crying should also be synonymous with being not tough, because then that also creates these men who are in
Sure.
relationships that
Right.
can't
Well,
express their own
no,
emotions.
Well,
But that's a
I
whole
get that,
different
but Kelly,
show.
you going to a
Exactly.
That's
whole
a
nother
different
That's
show.
But that's going in a
Yeah,
whole nother
from an
direction though,
emotional level,
because
yeah.
what I'm saying
But I
is
mean,
like,
emotions don't mean that you're not tough.
no, but what I'm saying
Well,
is
it's
there's
how you deal with them. It's how you deal with them and
that's
express
what
them.
Shut up, Coach
Yeah,
K.
that's yeah, that's
You
that's
light skin
unpacked.
with curly hair. Come on.
Ah,
The
hey,
barge.
We
we
gotta
got
get out of here.
we got
Oh
2 minutes. We got
man.
2 minutes. We already
Two
got 3
minutes.
minutes.
Oh,
2 minutes. 2
Beat
minutes.
of the
OG,
rhythm of
OG,
the
hop
night.
in here.
well, I'm just saying, like, it's moments. Like, if you play in the park playing basketball, it's going to be some contact when you go to the basket here and there. You can't call foul every time or ball every time. Like, you got to
We'll
play
be here all
through it
day.
sometimes.
Yeah, we'll be here all day.
That's the stuff that I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's a good point. Look, she's right when it comes to masculinity and dealing with emotions. But you're right. I mean, it was said to me when I was younger, like quit crying like a girl, or you playing like a chick or whatever, or we used to like get punched in the chest by our uncles and bigger brothers.
Yeah.
Like, man, I'll punch you in the
Right.
chest. Stop acting like that. So
What?
rub some dirt on
Yeah.
it. I mean, that's how it was. But look, this is the 80s
Suck
and
it up.
90s. Suck it up.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
Rub some
We
dirt
didn't know
on it.
nothing about mental health, Kelly. Like, they didn't
Yeah,
talk.
exactly.
Mental health back in the 90s was something wrong with them, man.
Exactly.
Everybody
Something wrong,
needs
like,
therapy.
Yeah.
Well, I see, boy, you sound like my ex when you say that.
But she ain't lying.
Just probably. How about this? Some of us need it more than others.
Everyone needs therapy.
No, you're right. Some of us are just good at dealing with things and dealing with things on our own. But you're right. Someone needs someone to talk to.
It's
I do
called
agree with
trauma
that.
masking.
Oh boy, there she go with the clinical terms.
If you got
You-
good
you can-
insurance,
Yep, you can tell. But you know what? Look how vibrant she is.
I
Look how
do.
bubbly she is. So apparently it's working.
Ring
At least
light.
for you,
Therapy.
Kel.
Therapy.
light. Got her hair did.
Therapy.
All
I
that good
know,
stuff.
you see me.
Jasper, come get your girl.
I sent him to therapy too.
I know you do. Oh man, you guys are straight T-Rash. You know that.
Oh my boy.
Where's he at?
Yeah.
Tell him to wave us off the show. Tell him to get us out of here.
You didn't just see him come over here?
Come back. Real quick before we get out of here, compete forever on Black News Channel this weekend. Channel 342 on DirecTV. You can get it on Dish Network. You can get it on Comcast Xfinity, Spectrum, Charter, as well as AT&T and DirecTV. Once again, we're back on this weekend, Saturday, Sunday, 11 a.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Eastern on Black News Channel. Compete forever on Black News Channel, episode 33. It's the season 53 Madden Super Bowl. A really good game. The top two players in the league went at it, and it came down to the wire. Back and forth game. We'll crown another champ. Somebody's going to win some money. NFL licensed gaming chair. Only one company can make those. Some headphones and some gaming cream with the CBD oil on it. Topical. Got pain? Get your skins GG, baby. All right.
And don't be
Pain,
getting anybody
focus.
in trouble, LL.
What was that? What are you talking about? With their girlfriends?
Last time you start talking
With the
about cream
draft.
and getting people, man, what you doing with that cream?
Oh man.
send it over. That's it.
Hey,
Could
figure
be,
it out.
Never
man.
mind.
Could it be what, Kels? Go ahead.
Never mind. I was saying, could it be used for that? Like, does it have menthol in it?
No,
or
no, well, I will say this: when it goes on, it smells like Bengay.
Oh, then
So
no.
probably
Mm-mm.
no, right?
Don't get
No.
that down the hole,
Well,
honey.
might
You
little-
be-
might
you
little-
be-
yeah. Might be a
you
little
have
warm.
a little, you have a
Might be
little
Hey,
problem.
what was that song? It's 1991, and look who's burning. Gonna get you hot.
Oh,
Hey,
Ice Cube. Shout out to the great
Hey,
Cube.
burn it up.
Hey Willie, do you know every old school rap
He
song
does.
ever?
He does. He knows
Shout out
all.
to him.
Especially if it's from the West Coast.
Yo,
Yeah.
He know them all, though. He know them all.
Fucking quotable.
all of them.
That was a good song. Look who's burning. Yeah, I was like,
Great song.
what if I don't stuck my dick in? It's gonna get you hot. Hey, am I lying? Hey, Willie, is that not the lyrics?
Nah, that's the lyrics. I remember the song. I don't remember them word for word like y'all do, but I remember the song.
Yeah, I just remember gonna get you hot.
Incredible.
Hey, what if I done stuck my dick in?
You can't.
Am
This
I
is
lying,
the
Kel?
best.
Am I lying?
No, you're not.
Okay.
At 100. You're factual today.
Big facts. before we got here. What you got? We got to go. What'd you say? Hey, Willie.
They really had something.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
No, say it. You got like 10 seconds. Go ahead, Curtis.
No. We're good. We're good. We're good.
He's like, we gotta get out of here. We clowning. We're doing too much wilding. OG, what are you watching? You watching the game, man?
Nah. Nah, they finally got my boy on the court, man.
Hey, man, did you just lie to everybody?
Respectfully.
You just lied to us.
Hey,
no. And then he turned away like a kid. No.
Respectfully.
You can see in your glasses.
I know, but y'all don't realize I've been wanting Perry to get on the court since the season started, and he just out there. He needs to play.
You Reggie, just said you ain't watching the game. You just said it. So
I was joking.
I'm just playing. Back
to you, Larry.
Psych. All right, let's get out of here. Guys, we'll see you tomorrow. Big show, Madden League draft tomorrow. Should have a lot of people calling in. We got the league is full now. It's healthy. We just finished season 54. Got a new champion.
Yes, sir.
Fourth straight season. So I like that. We'll get into that.
Be on time with the call and know what place you're picking in, and don't be on mute, please.
Are you going to be on the show tomorrow? Please do that.
Yo, I love the draft show. I love the draft show.
Are you sure? Are you sure? No,
and don't be like, what team is left? Just pick one.
Oh, we got a new software system, so they can go online. They enter their own score.
Yeah,
it's legit now. It's great. It's beautiful.
We fancy.
We upgraded, man. Got that Black News Channel money, man. We
upgraded.
Got that Black News Channel money. We upgraded. All right, guys. Thanks to OG. Brooklyn Nets looking good. We'll see if they can hold on. We got A Willie down there in the DFW. Okay, well that's all against the Knicks. A Willie in the DFW. KL, she's down there in Houston. They don't have a basketball team anymore, but it's all good. They'll play games.
What? My wall is here. Oladipo is here.
Addiction by subtraction.
I don't know.
I'll call y'all from the hard. Oh wait, no, there's COVID.
Real quickly, will the Rockets make the playoffs? Yes or no?
I think they will.
You think so?
I honestly don't care.
Like the West,
I don't know about that.
Sacramento is like you got teams that's battling in the West that's at the bottom. Like
Phoenix, Sacramento.
I'm saying that against the Knicks, ain't nobody playing defense.
That's two teams out west that didn't make it last year, who I think are better than Houston. So we'll see. What'd you say, OG?
I'm saying nobody plays defense in the league no more. They all scoring 100+ points a night.
Well, the Knicks barely average. The Knicks barely average 100. They're like 20-something in the league. They can't score.
Well, they're 5 and 6. I mean, they've been competing though.
They have been. I'll give you that. That's true. They have been competing. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching esportsXTRA, the only live call-in sports show talking traditional sports, esports, and gaming. See you tomorrow, 7 p.m. Madden Draft Show. Kels, OG, A Willie, Mamuzette. See you guys tomorrow.